kidding me? Who has time for this? I killed one zombie in the middle of an open and bright field. I turn around, and this is what I've got to deal with? Seriously? I killed one zombie right here, and all of a sudden this happens. Like, come on. Come on, Dinnerbone, or whoever's responsible for this. Too much. Now look at this. Look at this. I hit a whole bunch of them, and now zombies are going to come from all around. Thank goodness the sun's coming out. Okay. So I just have the feeling that this is going to be a very long episode, so I'm kind of wanting to avoid that. I want to make it pretty short. Whoops. Get around that guy. I want to make it fairly short, but I know that I won't. And by fairly short, I mean I want to make it a normal-sized episode length, but talk about a lot of things. First, I wanted to, again, talk more, maybe a little bit in more detail about PAX and what happened and how it went and how I liked it and stuff. I mean, I've been talking about it a little bit, but not like a huge amount. Because I wanted to save it for the RedCubed recording, this recording, to basically get into the detail with you guys, give you guys the nitty-gritty dirty. I know that a lot of you wanted to know how it went and who I met and how we met and all that kind of stuff, so I'll get into that. And I also wanted to talk about, and don't let me forget it, I also wanted to talk about what's happening at work and kind of vent about that, because I didn't have a very great day today, and I wanted to tell you guys about it, because you guys, like I've said before, the RedCubed recordings are kind of the ones where I can be myself, I can be who I am, talk about what I do and how I do it. And where's all my coal? Do I not have any coal down here? You're kidding me. Okay, well this is efficiency, fortune 3. Okay, efficiency 5. Okay, we'll use that instead. Let's just go mining a little bit. We won't go mining a lot. I just want to get some coal and start cooking up some of these potatoes. Oh, hello. Maybe I've been down there before. Hello, little tunnel that I've never been down before. Oop, fortune. Why not? Okay, so to start, let's talk about PAX. It was loads of fun. A lot of people were wondering, like, did I spend time with the YouTubers a lot, the other YouTubers and stuff? And to be honest, I didn't. I didn't spend a whole lot of time with a lot of the other YouTubers out there. A lot of them were all kind of hanging out together the whole time, but I kind of, and I said this before, is that I was at PAX for like personal reasons. I just genuinely, as a fan, wanted to go to PAX. It wasn't about networking or seeing other people, that kind of thing. It was because I liked the content at PAX. I was just that kind of geek, and I've been that kind of geek for a very long time. So, like, I wanted to go to one of the Dungeons and Dragons events that in the past years, Will Wheaton's been one of the team members. He wasn't this year, but he was still really good. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I'm sure you've listened to the last episode, and maybe you've checked it out. Ooh, here's some coal. Maybe you've checked it out. Tell me if you guys did, and tell me how you like it. Because, I don't know, it's a very almost specialized kind of humor. A lot of people won't find it funny, but I find it hilarious. It's almost like improvisation with a board game on stage. They call it Acquisitions Incorporated, and basically you can find all the episodes from PAX previous years on YouTube. So check it out. I'm done going down here for now. I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, so that I know that I have to dig it out a little bit further, I'm gonna take some of this. I'm just gonna go like that, and then I'll know that I have to go down there again. Hopefully that's, hopefully I remember what that's there for. Hopefully. And let's see. Get rid of that. So I did hang out with some of the people from the Minecraft community. The first day, I right away, basically, I got off the plane, got to my hotel, unpacked, and then right away sent a text message to Vaughn, who I do the Sea of Flame series with, and he's the newest member on the RedCubed server. Right away texted him and was like, "Where are ya? We need to hang out." Ooh, you know what? I'll just cook my potatoes in here. Cook them in there. There we go. So I got together with him. He was at the Twitch TV booth. And I think Good was there, Good Boulderfist on YouTube. And Pause was there. He's Pause on YouTube. Seth Bling was there. And who else was there? Was that about it? Oh yeah, Kurt was there. Kurt J. Mac was there. Who Liam... it was really cool, that video that Liam made, where he basically fanboyed over Kurt the whole time. Yeah, Kurt was a really awesome guy. He's the guy who actually got me my Saturday badge. The thing I wanted to go see the most was on Saturday. I was really upset that I wasn't going to be able to see it. And thankfully, because Kurt actually had extra passes, I was able to go to the Saturday thing, the one thing that I went to PAX for. If I hadn't have gone to that, something would have been missing. It just wouldn't have felt the same, you know? It just wouldn't have felt... I don't know, something would have been missing. And so luckily I was able to go on Saturday, thanks to Kurt. So those were the YouTubers I met on the first day. The second day, it was basically just me hanging out in Seattle. I went to a bunch of restaurants. I went to a bunch of restaurants every day, trying new places. Just awesome food in Seattle. It's unbelievable how many restaurants there are. I think there's a lot of restaurants in my city, but Seattle, there's definitely quite a... What the heck is that in the sky? In Seattle, there's quite a bit of restaurants as well. So that was pretty cool. I also did go to a few of the panels, not a huge amount. The high point definitely was on Sunday when I went to I Has Cupquakes. She was on a panel, one of the panels. And I made a point to go to that one just because she was there, to try to kind of see if I could get in touch with her. And it was really cool. So what happened, basically, if people want to know insight into that, like how me and Cupquake met up, she was doing a panel, and they had like a Q&A during the panel, and a few people answered some of the questions, but not a huge amount, you know. But they said, like, hey, if you guys still have questions, the panelists will be in the queue room. They had these little queue rooms where you could just kind of go and line up to meet the people. So go into this little room and ask your questions there. So I went into the little queue room, and it was very cute. There were a lot of little kids there to meet Cupquake, and some other guys there to ask genuine questions. The thing was all about... the heck? The heck is that? Oh, it's a beacon thing. Why is it there? Oh, that's his barn. Okay, I see. Gotta get my bearings. But a lot of little kids there, mostly little girls. Like, we're talking maybe 8 years old at the very, very oldest. So they were all there, and I didn't cut in line because, you know, they're little kids. They deserve to meet their hero, and it was pretty cool seeing, you know, how genuine she was. Because right away, okay, you've got her walking into a room, and all these little kids want to see her, want to talk to her, want to say hello, want pictures with her, want autographs with her. And she was right away, like, big hugs for them, talking with them, getting pictures taken with them, giving them autographs. It was really cool to see someone that genuine, you know, exactly how she presents herself in her videos. It seemed like she was that way in reality. And of course, maybe she was still putting on some kind of a entertainer's role, more or less. But at the same time, I think that it's a lot of genuine. She has a lot of genuine traits with just generally being bubbly and happy. Okay, so that was kind of cool to see. So the room clears out, basically. All the little kids are done. They've got their autographs. They've said hello. And what happens is basically it's me and her in a room. And that was it. Like, everybody else had basically cleared out, except for a few people asking questions of others. And so we ended up kind of just chatting. It was basically... I keep saying the word basically. It's just how I get from one sentence to another. But we got together, like we were the only ones in the room, really. So I walked up and I said, "Hey, I'm Poet. I was Gamer of the Week." And right away, again, it was big hugs, smiles. Congratulations. We talked about how my subscribers were doing and that kind of stuff. So it was really kind of the high point of the entire show was me getting to basically say to her, like, look, when you discovered my channel, I had 200 subscribers or so. I had just done my 300 subscriber special, so just 300. And Cupquake saw my channel and gave me that little push, that little push that I've admittedly tried to give other people, because I think that really the being mutually beneficial is one thing, but helping people out is like the most wonderful feeling. I know that obviously I have more subscribers than a lot of people like on RedCubed, and I'm always happy to jump into a video and stuff with complete blatant disregard for the fact that I might not gain subscribers from other people, but it's not what I gain, it's what I give. And she kind of was the one who inspired me to have that sort of attitude. So to kind of just go up to her and say, like, you're the reason that I am where I am for more than one reason, What's going on here? Anti-poet button? Huh? Interesting. Very interesting. What has he got in here? What's this all about? I don't know. Anti-poet button. Oh? Interesting. Interesting. Alright. Let's see. Personal Ender Pearl stash. Okay. Not going to loot his chests or anything like that, but I've got other plans here. Ah, crap. It's nighttime. Glass is open. And in walks a zombie. Die. Die, fool. Block that up. Just because, you know what? I don't want to be mobbed while I'm doing what I'm doing. So that was on the Sunday. I got to go to that show. Really, really cool. Look at the mobs outside. Jake, you gotta light up your house more. That was really cool. Getting to meet her, basically. And then on the Monday, or actually was it Sunday as well? I think it was Sunday as well. I met up with another bunch of the YouTubers for the Mindcrack meetup. But other YouTubers were there, like Aurelian was there, I believe. Seth Bling was there, Captain Sparkles was there. And then we had the normal Mindcrack members like Good and Pause and Kurt. And Jay Sano was there, which was also really cool. Alright, let's do this. Do this! Man, these zombies really hate me. They hate me! They know that I'm in here. They cannot get me. They're on the roof. His roof is dark, 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 so there's probably mobs everywhere up there. But yeah, a lot of the people were there, so got to kind of hang out with them. I'm in a few of the videos and pictures from that event if you search around for them. I know that Vaughn has one that I appear in and stuff. But generally, like I say, I even left that a little bit early because I didn't want to hang around too much. Everybody's been saying, I self-entertain. I have the ability to do what I want on my own, and I don't need to hang around with other people a lot. So that's basically what I did, and I went and did a lot of the touristy stuff in Seattle while I was there. I went to the Space Needle and that kind of stuff. As I said before, lots of restaurants. Look at these guys, all want me. They want to weigh in because I killed their friend. Craziness. Annoying too. Okay, so what I'm doing here, I think we got to do this. Okay. Band. We're just going to do this. This is something special. Something special for Jake. Okay, those zombies are really upsetting me. And those two have hats on. They'll never die. I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill you! Die in a hole. Literally. Where'd the other two go? Oh, look at them all. Walking with like a party of hats. How does so many of them have hats? Where'd you all get your hats? Babies? Oh, this is so horrible. Zombie apocalypse. This is how the video started? This is how it's going to end? No. We're not ending it yet. So, yeah, I basically did all my own things on my own. And it wasn't because I didn't fit in, or that I didn't want to, you know, or that I was shy or anything like that. I genuinely just wanted to do my own thing most of the time. So I didn't spend a lot of time with the other YouTubers. But on Sunday, we also had a dinner. That was really cool. It was a YouTuber-only VIP room dinner. It was me and a bunch of other people, including all the Minecraft guys again. People like Captain Sparkle, Sky Does Minecraft, and all of Sky's entourage. So if you see someone doing a video with Sky Does Minecraft, generally they were there, I think. Like Husky Mudkips was there, I believe. Let's see, Beijing Canadian, I think. Like, a lot of these guys I didn't actually meet. I didn't meet them, but I knew that they were there, and, like, that was the problem with the whole dinner, was that there wasn't a whole lot of, like, mingling. It was mostly cliques, I thought. Like, it seemed that way. Like, people walked into the room and stuck with who they knew. Didn't really go out of their way to meet other new people. I did my best. I met a lot of great people there. Hung out with Lorgon for a while. Jay Sano is a really, really down-to-earth, nice guy. Baned. Don't want to bane him. I want to ban him. Oh god, they're so annoying. I'm gonna kill everything. Just kill. No mercy. Kill you. Stop wearing hats. It's annoying. Look at this guy, this jerk over here coming. Man. I'm gonna see. There's got to be a bed in there. I must have looked over. Because look at this wave of guys coming now too. Okay, that's it. So like if you think like, oh, you guys were hanging out and talking, that wasn't really happening a whole lot. Did to some extent, but not a huge amount. There's his bed. Okay, I'll just sleep until it's daytime. The most that I spent with like people like Sky is when he started to play Cards Against Humanity with me and Mark IRL and Ant Venom, and there were a few other people there. So we all kind of played that game for a while. Really fun. But then Sky and his entourage left early, and I don't know. It was okay. It was an okay dinner. I really enjoyed it. I liked the company that I kept, but I wish that I had been able to meet more people than who I met. This is band wall. I almost thought like I should almost do like this. Band. And then just do like the entire room like that. Wouldn't that be nuts? I'm gonna need more wood. I'm gonna need more signs. We'll just keep doing this while I talk. Can I just... I'm gonna copy that. Can I copy this? Somehow? I don't know. Let's see. T. If I go like that. Copy. Can I not copy it? Copy. Okay. So now if I go like this, paste. Oh, it doesn't work. I wish I could paste it in so that I don't have to keep typing it every single time, but I'll just keep typing. I think I've mentioned it in the other videos and stuff, but one of the most down-to-earth people was actually Ant Venom. He was really cool to play Cards Against Humanity with. There was another guy at the Cards Against Humanity thing, and maybe if by chance, by very slim chance, maybe Vaughn would know if he watches this, but if one of the people who was at the party could tell me who else was at the Cards Against Humanity little playing game thing. I know Mark IRL was there. There were 3 of his friends there as well. Emily, Connor, and something like butt kittens or something like that is how he described himself. There were 3 guys. They were there, and there were a couple other people who showed up late, and like I didn't know who anybody was really. So honestly, I could have been doing it with someone famous. Wait, that sounds odd to say. I could have been playing Cards Against Humanity with someone famous from YouTube, but I don't even know if I was. That's kind of sad to say. I did pass my card out to a bunch of people, but haven't really heard too much back yet. A few people who I gave my card to have contacted me. Really cool. And that was basically Sunday dinner, is that we just pretty much played card games, and that was it. But really down-to-earth people, a lot of them. If people are gonna, because he's the most popular, like how was Sky? I don't really have a comment. That's my comment. Is that pretty much how he behaves online is how he behaved in reality to some extent. And I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I let you guys be the judge. You guys are the ones who like the content, so you be the judge. I don't know. I think of everybody, Sky Does Minecraft, Adam was one of the least down to earth people who walked in, but it could have just been me. Maybe I'm just odd. So that was that. Monday came and went. That was a very touristy day for me. I went around Seattle, went and traveled on the monorail and things like that. You know, everybody's got to have a touristy day and experience. I went to a couple of the other panels as well, but that was basically PAX in a nutshell. I posted a lot of the pictures on my Instagram. You can take a look at if you are so inclined. It's instagram.com/poetplays, where you can see me posing with a few of the YouTubers and doing that kind of thing. Alright, so to sum up this video, to close it off, I'm going to talk about what happened at the office, and hopefully this goes really super quick because now we're short on time. Basically, I don't know if I'm ready. Well, I guess I'm ready to tell you guys. What the heck? You guys are some of my closest friends. I consider you guys. I mean, because the people who watch the RedCubed series, and I've said this before, is like the people who watch the RedCubed series tend to be the more mature viewer. Typically, not always, but a lot of them tend to be the more mature viewer. You guys can relate to a lot of the issues that I have. You guys can relate to a lot of the good things that I do. You're all good listeners, basically, because we chat like this a lot, and you guys are always really good at commenting and doing that thing. Seems like you guys know what's what, and you guys are the more adult. So, and with that, I consider you guys probably my closest subscriber buddies. You know, yeah, I love all my subscribers, but you guys are the ones that I could share secrets with and tell things to and do that kind of thing too. So, out with it already. I've talked about this in the past, and that's, you know, doing YouTube videos as a profession. It's been kind of the not the goal, but sort of a side for a long time. And basically what happened recently is I wrote my letter of resignation to my office. Now, if you know how what I do for work, that's a pretty big thing. I've been working there for 6 years now. I am manager of IT. It's a multinational company, a very big company, and I am one of the only IT managers in all of... Oh, crap, Skype. I thought I turned it off for sure, but I guess not. Now it's going to probably blip like crazy. But anyway, I'm one of the only IT managers for this company in all of Canada, and that's pretty amazing. So I've got a pretty huge role of responsibility that I do and that kind of thing. So for me to give notice is quite a big deal. Can I afford it? Probably not really, but I'm just not really happy where I am. That's what it amounts to. It's not about money. It's not about like, ooh, YouTube, you're so big, you can do anything on YouTube now. You're meeting all these wonderful people. You could do... No, that's not... Like, seriously, business as a result of PAX is zero right now. So that's not it at all. YouTube money, I'm actually down this month in as far as like revenue goes. I'm way down this month. However, because I moved to a new network, I'm with Curse now. It kind of balanced out. I made about as much money as I did last month, even though I had less views, less subscribers, less everything. But I was able to kind of maintain because of my switch to Curse. Thankfully. But the decision was basically based on the fact that I'm not really having fun doing what I do every day. And, you know, they were telling me from a very early age, if you're not happy doing what you're doing, don't do it. You know, no matter what, don't settle for that's good enough. If you don't like doing what you're doing, then don't do it, or strive to at least do better. It's really unfortunate when I see people who have, like, there are people at my office who have 25 plus years. That's some of them. I think one of them has like 27 years at the company, and you can tell she hates what she does. Do I want that kind of a life? No. So basically, I made the decision that I was going to give my notice. Now, the management, there's a board of managers. It consists of 12 or so people. 3 of them are executive directors. You've got like the CFO, the CEO, etc. And the main office manager, the controller, I guess, or what would you call that? COO, I guess is what it is. So CFO, financial officer, CEO, the chief executive officer, and the COO, the chief operator. They basically called me into the boardroom today. And this is, keep in mind, I have it in my mind that I'm going to give my notice. I wrote the letter. Thank you for all the years of wonderful times, blah, blah, blah. Look at all these bows that I have all of a sudden. Well, that's a pretty good random bow. All these oak saplings. I should replant what I'm digging up. Bones. Alright, let me replant. Where was I? Yeah, they called me into the boardroom, and this is after I had decided and already written my letter of resignation. I was going to give it in yesterday. However, my CEO basically says, I want to meet with you at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Clear your calendar. I want to talk about what's going on. That's exactly how he worded it. I want to talk about what's going on. And that just seemed so ominous to me. What do you mean, what's going on? Who told him that I was writing a letter of resignation? What's going on is what I want to know. What do you mean, what's going on? So, instead of giving my notice, I thought, well, I want to see what happens at this meeting, right? I mean, that makes sense. So, today I have the meeting, and it was basically throwing me under the bus. That's as the best that I can sum it up. They dug at every little thing, every detail about what I do, how I do it. Is the workload too much? I seem tired. Things, just such odd things. They had a little list, like how come this isn't done? How come this isn't done? Where you have to be accountable for this. You have to be accountable for this. And it was basically, the funny thing was that everything that they were saying, I was able to throw right back at them. Like, well, how come this isn't done yet? And I would basically say, like, it's not done because I don't have any information from you guys. And it was like, oh, well, we're working on streamlining our process. And, well, then why are you even talking to me? So it was a very annoying meeting. It wasn't really productive. It was basically just, it seemed like they were trying to, at the end, they were grasping at straws, like really trying to pick on me for littlest things. And I didn't understand why. It just didn't make sense why they were even doing that at all. So, again, I didn't give my notice. And there's a good reason why. It's because if I had given my notice today, then it would look like I was retaliating for the bad performance review. And it's so funny because I've never had in my life a bad performance review. And even this one wasn't really a bad performance review. It was just a performance review that sucked. Like they didn't know how to run it. The questions they asked were they made me defend myself constantly, and I hate having to do that kind of thing. So it was a bad performance review, and I've never had one before. I've only had glowing reviews, so it's kind of upsetting to me to hear what they were saying, especially since everything that they were saying was completely unjustified. But it kind of went further. Like, I didn't give my notice because I wanted to go out on a high note. I wanted to, like, when I gave my notice, I wanted to be like dancing and skipping and happy, you know, happy that I'm moving on with my life, happy that I'm doing something now that I love to do. Even if it doesn't work out, you know, I just want to move on. And now they've made it have a sour note, you know. If I do anything now, it'll look like it's a direct relation to this review. Like I was bitter. Like I was, upset with what they said about me. And that's not true. I mean, was it annoying? Yeah. Was it upsetting? Maybe at the time. But I don't let it bug me. It's not why I'm quitting is basically the nice way of saying it. And that's kind of the funny thing is, like, I'm not quitting because you guys think that what was one of the things is I didn't give a proper date of completion for this programming project that I was supposed to work on. And my comment back to them was basically like, first of all, you didn't hire me as a programmer. I'm hired as the manager of this department, and quite frankly, I'm not being paid to be a programmer. So Am I going to manage the department, or am I going to spend hours every day debugging websites? That's what I said to them. And so that was one example. It's not a bad review, so don't get that wrong impression. Um, but it still would seem like, maybe I was so annoyed with their questioning that I quit, and that's not the case. Um, I still like I still like the job, you know. I don't hate my job, but I hate the work, you know? I like the people, I like the environment, I like everything about it, but I'm being too stressed at the office. I can't get anything online done, of course, while I'm at the office. So it's kind of funny that my day job is actually getting in the way of like doing YouTube videos and stuff, but that's the truth of it. Um, Basically though, there's only so much you can do. So a lot of the people that I've talked to, especially my dad, but you can't take advice from my father. He's probably the worst influence of anyone's life. I've certainly not let him influence mine to any great extent. And that's kind of sad to say, but the second that I started talking about this, he was saying, "Well, what I would have done is slapped the letter of resignation in their faces and say, well, you know what? You don't have to worry about any of these issues anymore because I quit." And it's like, honestly, that's not professional. I still want to go out on a high note. You got to keep in mind that your letter of resignation basically gets passed along forever. It will be in my employee file at that company forever. If I get another job and they call for a reference or something, and they pull, and maybe someone else who is new at the job doesn't even know me, pulls out my performance review and reads, or pulls out my letter of resignation and reads it, and maybe there's notes saying this guy left because of this quarrel that happened. Like, I don't want that bad mark on my record type of thing. Man, this is gonna take forever, and I don't have enough wood on me to cover any of it. Honestly, man, I'll keep going though. I'll keep going until I get bored. Um, so there's that, and this video's gone on for a long time. But basically the advice that I've gotten from a lot of people, and I kind of agree with it, is that, you know what? Why care? Why care? Why care that it's on your record forever? And these people are people that you will never see again. You don't care how it is. Your credentials speak for themselves. You don't need a good performance review or anything like that. So I mean, there's a lot that's kind of going good for me. It's just nerve-wracking. The whole thing is just nerve-wracking. So what I think I'm gonna do is go up to my boss tomorrow, give him my letter of resignation, and basically say to him, like, look, a lot of the issues that you brought up yesterday, there was one issue that he brought up that I look tired. And it's a fact that I'm staying up extraordinarily late every night, editing videos and doing that kind of thing. I mean, I'd probably be up at that time anyway, but if it's starting to affect me because I can't sleep in the morning or something, and I have to go to work and like right away start concentrating, it's going to affect me. It's going to stress me out. I won't live as long in life, So he said, like, yeah, it's starting to affect you. The lack of sleep is affecting you, and maybe. Well, this is one thing. They wanted me to be accountable for where I go if I leave the office, which is fine. I've even worked on places that had a sign-out sheet, but they want me to text message one of the managers if I'm leaving the office for any reason, whether I'm going for lunch, whether I'm going to a client's house, whether I'm meeting up to fix something at one of the locations, whatever it is, I have to text the manager and tell them where I'm going. And to be honest, I'm not getting paid very well. And the only reason that I've stayed is because of the flexibility that I have. And if they're going to take that flexibility away, my one freedom to have a little bit longer lunch, maybe a little bit of flex time, then I'm going to go. And there's nothing they can do about it. So I'm going to go to the boss and basically make those statements, that, it's just time. It's just time. Maybe for my own stress reasons, because I've been tired a lot lately, because I only want to have one thing on the plate, not two. There's a lot of different things that I've considered. So I'll pretend like it's basically something that I considered. I don't know if that's a good idea, but that's what I'm going to do. And I was giving him until the end of the month. That's going to change now because of that crappy review that he gave. I'm going to give him 2 weeks. It's almost 2 weeks to the end of the month now, but I was giving him a few bonus days. I'm taking those away. I'm going to just give him 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens. So will I be okay? I don't know. My next payment is April. No, sorry, April. Yeah, whoops. That'd be a long way to get paid. It's not April. It's September 30th is when I get paid next from my curse, my network. So I don't know. It's a long way. It's a nice bonus having 2 jobs, basically. Paying for my mortgage, paying for my credit card debt, paying for my insurance, paying for every little tiny thing, food and clothing. And I mean, going to Seattle was not cheap at all. So having 2 jobs does help. Only having the one will be hard, but it's to the point where I just cannot stay where I am anymore. I wanted to let you guys in on that. I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. So with that, I think I'll do up to the end of this row and then I'll stop, because this is too much work. This is almost like it's supposed to be a Ice Cube. I thought it was Jake logging in. It's supposed to be a prank for him, but if it takes me forever to set up, it's almost a prank for me. So I'll leave it at that. Good enough. Good enough. That's a lot of signs. Alright. So we'll see you guys next time on the RedCubed server. Thank you guys for watching and listening. Definitely remember to hit the like button on the video, because it does help. It does really help the channel. Helps me. Makes me feel better too. So hit the like button. Comment. Tell me if you've seen Acquisitions Incorporated. That's such an awesome show on YouTube. Someone out there will like it. And I'd like to hear about it. So check that out as well. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.